Alright guys, this is Missouri Rockhound. Hello YouTube. Uh, Today it's kind of dark and dreary outside, and so I don't really feel like doing much else except sitting here around the house, and I figured it'd be a good time to make a video of some of the stuff that I picked up since my last collection video. You know, that's kind of an outdated video, so I figured I'd post this to show you what else I got that I've picked up since then. A few brokes, a couple good pieces. Altogether, I hope you guys like it. I found this mowing a yard one day. It's just base to a knife next to a sinkhole and probably a quarry site. I used to pick up stone there before I figured out that there was arrowheads there. So it's a pretty good site. I'd like to be able to get back out there and maybe do a little digging or some more surface hunting. You know, I found 3 broken pieces in less than 30 minutes, you know, just walking over the yard and stuff. So here's a little thumb scraper tool kind of thing. This is found in a spring branch. Here's a base to a Dixon or an Adena. I think it's more along the lines of a Dixon though. Here I'm going to adjust my flash real quick. But here's another piece that I found in that same yard mowing. Looks to be it's a base of a knife. I don't know what type it is. I've never seen that type of base on anything. It's not ground or anything, so it makes me think it's kind of old. Maybe, I don't really know. But if anybody has any ideas of what that might have been at one time, I'd sure appreciate, you know, any comments or input, because I'm still learning. Here's a tip to a knife I found in a garden spot at another yard that I was mowing. The creek that starts from the springs that come from this place are the creek that it's named for is Indian Creek. So I found this in a guy's garden spot on his private property, and there's 3 or 4 springs that come down the valley, one right behind his house, and they all come together right in front of his house. So I'm figuring his house place is sitting right on top of where the camp was, most likely. Here's another piece that I found out of that garden spot. Looks just kind of like a crude tool. They weren't trying very hard on it. Here's a little pink point, or knife blade, or whatever you want to call it. It's a point. It's broken. I found it in the same place as this one. Nice pink Burlington. Really pretty. Here's a reworked point that's been worked into disuse, also out of a pink Burlington, but this is a 12-mile distance between the last one, so they're not, I didn't find them in context with each other. Here's a preform. It's come out of a plowed up field close to a river, and it's got some pretty colors in it. Look at that. At least I think it's a preform. It looks like it. You know, I'm a napper, and it looks like, you know, what I could come up with, you know, after second or third stage, you know, before I really get into finishing the point. So it looks, I'm pretty sure it's a preform. My dad found this. I like the colors in it. Here's a scraper, or big flake knife. I imagine it's a scraper. It's worked all the way around it's worked on this side, but on this side it's just one smooth face and the edges are lightly retouched. So I'm pretty sure that it's a scraper. Got some nice color in it. A little bit of orange and some yellow with some a brown bullseye. Here is a piece of a porphyry axe or hoe. I imagine it was probably like a spade, and it come out of the same field as that preform. And, you know, I know where this stone comes from for the area that it is. I go and quarry rock for knapping, so I know pretty much the context, the time frame of where it came from. But I don't know exactly what it is because it is broke, but it looks like it would have been a good tool nonetheless. Here I think I have a game stone. This come out of a field, sitting right on top. Got the right shape, smooth all the way around. Here's a little gray knife point. This come out of a creek close to a river. It was sticking out of the ground right like that. My dad found it. Got some pretty color in it. I don't know if that's an impact fracture or what. I know it's not recent. It's not an ancient broken, and we haven't done any digging, so we didn't do that. But some really nice gray, blue-gray flint. Nice patina on it. Not bad. Here's a punch. This is a nice piece. I really like this piece a lot. Got some pretty color in it. Another field find. Here's a tip to a drill. Just another broke piece. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Oh, here we go. Nice knife blade. I think it's probably made out of the same material as that, which it just got less patina, less stain on it. This come out of a field, not a creek, so I imagine that's why it doesn't have the dark patination on it. Nice and thin. Unnotched. Ground base. Ground size for hafting. If you can make that out, there's even, you can tell where the hafting mark was. Pretty nice piece. It's got a ding right there from the plow. Kind of thinnish. Beveled to one side. Without much retouch, so this was a fairly new blade when it was discarded or lost. I don't know if it has a specific type to it or not, but it's still nice regardless. It's mine. Here's a nice little point. The stem on it is super ground all the way around. I don't know if you can tell, but it's ground all the way around, smooth. You can even, under a magnifying glass, you can see the grind, still the grind marks. It's nice and thin. Still serrated. You got one little ding there from a plow. Or no, that didn't come from that field. This is actually this came off the side of a ridge that's close to that field. There's been a lot of digging going on there, and people have found caches and all that good stuff, and this is just one of them that they've missed. Here's my only hardstone axe. This was a gift from a man I don't even know. My dad took me to college one day, and he had to wait around, and he got in the habit of visiting and socializing with this older man at the coffee shop there in West Plains where I go to school at. Anyway, it's a nice small 3/4 groove axe. It's been in the collection at one time. Very nice. And here's the last piece I have for you. I got this mono. You can even see the patination and stain from being held and used. You know, they say the oils will transfer off. This found at the mouth of a spring branch on the river. So, pretty nice. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and tell me what you think, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, YouTube. See you later.